Guys, I made a mistake. Recently, I've taken a look at a couple of reality shows that I proclaimed as being some of the most staged reality shows of all time. Those shows being Storage Wars and South Beach Tow. And I'm not entirely wrong, you know? Hey, look at this old computer. Oh, what did you say, expert? It's filled with gold? Hey man, mind if we wrap things up here? My lemur and I are late for the Killing People convention. See you later. You can literally do whatever you want on reality TV and people will take it. Duck Dynasty is a show about a bunch of Southern hick families making duck hunting products, and it got 11 seasons. But there is a show, folks, a show that's been hiding from me right back here. Oh, John! The show is called World's Worst Tenants. It premiered in 2012 on Spike TV, ran 2 seasons, and yeah. Obviously the show is about a bunch of shitty tenants, but guys, that title is a ridiculous understatement for what you're about to witness. Because we're not just dealing with over dramatic situations here, guys, we're dealing with situations that probably don't even happen. Originally, my plan was to sit down and take a look at a single episode, but after watching more than 5 minutes of this show, you realize just how much more you need to see. So I say we sit back, relax, and today, let's do something different and take a look at the greatest moments.
My name's Todd Howard. I'm a former Marine and an eviction specialist with over 20 years of experience. My job is to protect the owner of this building.
Todd Howard is such a bizarre and confusing character that it seems like his entire life was manufactured and pre-written. And I'm sure the question on everyone's mind is, how do you go from being a Marine to an eviction specialist? After being honorably discharged in 1987, he launched his own workout wear manufacturing company in 1995, which evolved into a successful chain of sports nutrition stores by 1999. Okay, cool. He's established himself by building various types of businesses, including real estate holdings, property management, motivational speaking, personal training, nutritional counseling, and bulldog breeding and rescue. He's breeding them? BigBulldogs.com. Looks like their slogan is, yes, we have puppies. All right, man. It's rather abrasive. I didn't even ask. Yes, it's a photo of me and a dog, man. What the fuck do you want? Due to human error on occasions, the listed information above may not be 100% accurate, i.e. names, age, breed, availability, or otherwise. Please excuse our mistakes if you see an English bulldog marked as a Frenchie, etc. Sometimes I get going really fast and you know the rest. I don't know the rest. What are you getting going? Don't answer that. Without going into it, I'm more of an adopt, don't shop kind of guy myself, so luckily I won't be email ordering any of Todd's bulldog puppies anytime soon. Pretty sure this might just be Todd's phone number on the bottom though. Should I call? Okay, I'm gonna call this number, but if someone picks up, I'm hanging up. I'm not saying anything.
Hello there, you've reached Todd Howard. Would you like to leave me a message?
No way, it's actually Todd Howard's number. That's so funny. I'm gonna blur that so that people don't just go ahead and start calling this guy, but that's pretty funny. And now it's time to address the elephant in the room. Todd's hair. It is a hairstyle so intentional that the only reason you can assume that he has it is for people to ask him questions. I mean, it would be one thing if it was just the little ponytail of hair, but it's attached to a full landing strip of hair. Basically what I'm trying to say is it looks like fucking pubes. At the photo shoot above, I left the house without my toupee. That translates to wig for all the academians. Yeah, well, that's not a word. I believe he means academian. I suppose I didn't have to do such a deep dive on Todd, but since we're covering the show more generally, I thought it would be fun to get a good idea of exactly who we're dealing with here. Complete with a team consisting of Todd's wife, Randy, and their partner, Rick, things in this town are about to get absolutely absurd.
When I came to California, I was always into bodybuilding and I always wanted to come to Venice Beach. I'd heard about it my whole life in South Carolina. My mom always taught me, strong body, strong mind. I started training when I was 13 years old.
Todd, that's great, man. That's good. When are we going to see the world's worst tenants? I mean, with all due respect, you're about to go remove a tenant from an apartment complex. I don't think you need to find personal attachment to this situation. My hair looks ridiculous. I need a hat. Rick lets us know that right now,
they're losing out on $4,000 a month in lost rent.
That's a lot of goddamn money, and Rick looks like Vince Vaughn. It's the only thing I can think about when I look at him. Actually, no, the similarity is so striking, I feel like I'm watching a coming-of-age film about Vince Vaughn's dad. They do this sketchy fan meetup across the street from the property with the owners who basically just tell them the same information that we learned in the car, and while Randy chills outside with them, we finally get to meet a tenant.
Are you aware that the building's been sold and there's new owners?
The whole building?
Yes, sir.
No, I
Do you mind if we come in and discuss it?
I mean, Do you have to talk about it right now? I'm kind of trying to get some work done, so...
Let me explain something to you, okay?
Guys, come on. Just trying to get some work done. Was that good? This guy is such a fucking actor, dude. This is the autofit they put your sim in when you choose the entertainer career path. Also, absolutely no shot am I letting these guys into my apartment, regardless of the situation. Hey man, I work for the property owner. I can smell your blood.
So how long have you lived here?
Moved in here in August, early August.
You got a lease?
Yeah, I got a lease.
Why does he talk like that? Is anyone else hearing this? He sounds like an anime character.
You know, we've seen this before, where decent people get caught up in scams by frauds posing as leasing agents. But the fact that this guy is willing to spray paint an entire wall of graffiti screams that he has no respect for this property.
Yeah, man, fuck art. Art's for criminals. Now, you know what I really would have liked to see is like a nice dog breeding zone over in this. So while the tenant rehearses his monologues for Rick, Todd makes a call down to Randy to check some facts. And oh boy, did the facts get checked.
Look, dude, there's not even a bank endorsement on the back.
Whose fault is that? I've been paying my rent. I don't know what you're talking
Check those
about.
out. Yeah, the problem is you don't have proof of paying it to anybody, okay? Because those checks are fraudulent and you created them.
I'm the one being scammed here. Don't you think that I'm the victim in all this?
God fucking damn it, dude. Who is this guy and why does he sound like that? Like, genuinely, it's to the point where he's starting to look and sound very familiar to me. I don't know why. Well, I looked it up and I found this clip online titled Evan Boymel, World's Worst Tenant Scene. So now we know two things. His name is Evan Boymel and he is 100% a hired actor. However, after doing more research on him, I may have made the most insane connection in my YouTube career so far. Turns out he's done voice work for Apex Legends and a couple of the Titanfall projects, but what's this? Santa Claus? You mean the same Santa Claus that I just covered in December? And he played this guy? I mean, what are the chances of this highly unknown actor appearing in two vastly different projects in two videos that I just happened to make? Is it not that cool?
You know what? This is all some sort of mistake, okay? Maybe I gave you the wrong card.
Yeah, I'm sure
And the
you
wrong
did.
lease, and the wrong
Not the
check.
wrong lease.
You can give that to the cops.
Hey, make sure he's not going for a weapon.
Oh, no, I don't think this guy has access to a weapon. I mean, just look at him. He doesn't even have legs. I'm surprised we're even in this situation right now. Am I right? Am I right, guys? Yeah?
Hey! Watch it, there's a bucket. Hey!
Where'd he go?
I don't know where he went.
Hey, he's on the roof.
You know, at the end of the day, we have to be honest with ourselves. That was actually an incredibly intelligent escape plan. Also, I guess their whole goal was basically just to get the guy out of the apartment, so everyone kind of won here. I'm still kind of shocked about that actor connection, though. Oh, okay. All right, guys, come on. Hey, stop. Once they finish their job, though, they pretty much just drop everything on the owners, and they're like, okay, see ya.
So I guarantee you he's not gonna be back. So the bottom line is you need to get that lock changed, all right? Get it redone, and you've inherited some furniture, all right? See you guys.
The concept of their job is so funny to me. I mean, they're essentially just being asked to go in and scare tenants out of their apartments. I did a little research on eviction experts, honestly, just to see if the practice actually existed. Apparently the job does exist and is mostly freelance, so given the amount of situations that they run into and assuming that they're working in generally the same areas of town, these guys must be universally hated. But then again, none of this is real, so, yeah, go ahead. There it is, classic horse and chariot coming through. Rude. That first segment was actually from the last episode ever aired, so let's go back to season 1 and get a little taste of the Old Testament.
Our client, he has a house up in Topanga Canyon. He served a 3-day notice about a week ago, so we're just going today to serve the unlawful detainer that Randy applied for.
Once again, that is the bare minimum description of what is about to happen here. It turns out that the tenant they're pulling up on is actually a biker gang, and upon arrival, Rick reasons that they're just out there having an innocent party. And Todd loves parties, so he's gonna show us his special party trick.
Just to be on the safe side, I'm bringing my weapon.
What the fuck? Look, man, I know you were a Marine. Like, is this like a trigger for you? Yeah, good. That was a good joke, man. I like that one. Thanks, bro. Hey, I heard later that everyone's going to this big party.
Whenever I'm approaching a large and possibly volatile group, the last thing I want to do is appear threatening. It's a lot like training a vicious dog. You gotta stay calm but firm to get results.
Hey, well, thank God you have the gun. That'll calm their nerves. They decide to start by just asking everyone if there's some guy named Jimmy, but all of the bikers are busy playing a hatchet throwing game, which Todd takes as a direct threat.
Bro, you making me nervous with that hatchet.
I want to finish your haircut for you.
All right, come on, man, come on.
Okay, here's the deal, bro, okay? I want to make you aware of something. I'm armed.
Whoa, Todd, what happened to keeping it low key, man? You took like 5 seconds to whip that shit out. Also, those first guys were convincing, but look at these guys. This looks like a high school play. The closer you look at these guys, the more things you notice. They all have the stereotypical bandanas and black leather, but it's coordinated in a way that just feels a little bit off. Anyway, Todd and Rick just sort of wander around until some guy spawns out of nowhere with this girl, and you can tell that he's the leader because his bandana is blue. Turns out, Jimmy's been in jail for months now, leaving this guy in charge. So what do you think is gonna happen when Todd serves him the papers?
I understand. You
Good.
give me the paper, I understand. But you can take your paper and go yourself.
Back off!
It's your truck?
If you touch... I ain't playing. Get up, dude. Get up. Break my freaking window. Get up.
Todd immediately regrets holding them at gunpoint, and out of nowhere, everyone just gets so freaked out by the fight for some reason and runs away.
Let's get out of here before these guys change their mind.
Well, here's an update on the property. Looks like these guys dipped and nothing bad happened to them. Thank God. I tried really hard to learn everything that there is about Todd Howard, and the good news is that everything that there is to know about him lives online. His Wikipedia is super brief. We know he's still doing his thing with the Bulldogs, and we still know the guy owns a bunch of property. And while his income sources aren't so savory, he does seem to just be a normal guy with a wife and a kid. Looks like his son is Leo Howard. He was actually one of the main characters in Disney XD's Kickin' It, if you're familiar with that. I am not. Sorry. Other than that, the only place I was able to find info about him was this Reddit AMA he did 11 years ago. Oh, perfect. Here, right here. This is the question that I need. Why that haircut? When I was a Marine, I had a high and tight. Now I have a low and loose. Feel free to follow me on Twitter if you want to ask additional questions. Yeah, not getting any results for low and loose here. Can you just answer the goddamn question? This guy here actually mistook him for Todd Howard, the director of Bethesda Games, and he said, "Wrong Todd Howard. I'm the Todd Howard from Spike TV's World's Worst Tenants. Have a good day." Oh, that's fucking awesome. There's also, of course, a bunch of people asking questions about whether or not the show is crafted, and he vaguely admits to it being staged. All shows have an element of production. If they didn't, no one would watch. Think about this. We have 7 itty-bitty minutes to tell a story. Some of these stories are months or more from start to finish. However, they are all stories that actually happened. We have done this over 30 years combined and had estimated 1,000 tenants. Thanks for watching. You'll notice that he talks a lot about the story of the show, you know, crafting the story. And while I think that that is a diversion tactic from answering the goddamn question, it's also partially true. Reality TV does have to tell a story, you know? Otherwise, it would just feel like 20 to 40 minutes of body cam footage cut together. That's what live PD is for.
We'll let this tenant know why we're here, and if he's paying less than is owed, we'll write him a 3-day notice to bring his balance current or wrap up his operation.
Hey, fellas. Can we come aboard? Thanks, bro. Appreciate that.
Dude, come on. In this episode, they go to check out this guy's boat that he's living on. Only problem is he's not paying the full amount that's expected. And that's a pretty normal rent situation. You know, someone's struggling, so they miss their rent. But the greatest thing about this show is that they love to take simple situations and make them as sketchy as possible. Watch this.
Look at that.
Rick, there's at least 3 to 4 people staying in there, maybe more.
We got a bigger problem than that. Take a look at this. I don't read Spanish, but I know it's flammable.
So we're on a boat, and there's some flammable objects, and we're close to the border. Oh, I know!
This close to the border, and especially in these hard financial times, the temptation to run drugs, weapons, and other illegal materials from Mexico up to the U.S. can be tempting.
Well, things escalate pretty quickly here, because after Todd and the captain have a private argument about who is a better fisherman, which is actually real.
I mean, look, dude, I fish these waters all the time. I'm a bad freaking fisherman, but I still come up with fish, okay?
And I did come up with some, not as many as you would have liked.
I understand that.
The captain escorts them off the boat, but on the way out, with no search warrant, Rick just starts starts opening random boxes and ends up finding a bunch of illegal fireworks. So, given the current situation, what do you think is the most ridiculous thing that could happen right now? Well, I can guarantee you that whatever you're thinking, this show is capable of pulling it off.
The whole front hole is filled, the back hole is full.
Playing. Down, Randy, down. He's got a gun. Go. Go, guys, don't do it. Don't do it. Call the cops, Randy. Stop, you're done, buddy.
It's so goddamn stupid, dude. And it just keeps getting worse. The cops show up, Rick tries putting out the fireworks with a fire extinguisher, which actually works, by the way.
Rick, you got it?
Yeah, we're good.
And when the show gives us a follow-up on what happened afterwards, the show lets us know that the captain picked up a charge for attempted assault with a firearm.
The tenant was charged with destruction of property, attempted assault with a firearm.
And honestly, that's a pretty unfortunate charge to pick up along the way. I mean, it was literally a flare gun. You know how lame that story is going to be now? Probably super lame in comparison to season 2, episode 2, because in this episode, they try to evict a fucking ghost.
Okay. Well, we're going to a residence where the tenant, she's trying to break the lease because there's a death that occurred in the house a couple of years ago, and her landlord did not disclose it to her.
Wait. Isn't that illegal? Oh, okay. Apparently it depends on state laws, but in California, landlords must disclose if a previous tenant died in the unit within the last 3 years when making an offer to a prospective tenant. What do you guys think? Are we gonna hit the 3-year mark? Stop. So they go up to the door, and once again, the tenant is acting super sus.
This is Randy and Rick. We work for your property owner, and he sent us over here to talk to you about why you hadn't been paying rent.
Okay. If we could come inside, we can discuss it a little more privately.
We're just trying to solve a problem for you and solve a problem for the landlord. That's it.
All right, I have a client coming, but if we make it brief,
We'll
then
be
yeah.
really fast.
All right.
The opening dialogue for all of these tenants, like I swear to God, is exactly the same. It's like they're using, I mean, obviously it's a lot of it is scripted, but it's literally the exact same interaction every single time.
Yeah, come on in. Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, man. We can do it quick.
We'll just be a little while, bro. We'll be in and out.
All right, I have a client coming, but if we make it brief, then
I'm not gonna lie though, I would probably do the same thing.
They kind of just assume that she's crazy right off the bat. Todd references the fact that tenants will do wild things to break their lease, and Randy insinuates that she's just straight up on drugs.
We usually try to take the conversation inside. It allows us to assess the condition of the property and the behavior of the tenant. Oftentimes it can be drugs or some other bad habit that can lead them to not paying rent.
Well, regardless, this woman is convinced that someone has died in her house because she's hearing creepy stuff in the night. And honestly, she's not even really reading that crazy. But then Todd says,
What do you mean, ghost?
there's someone that died and has not gone on to the next dimension. They need to go to the white light, and I am not credentialed to do that. And it's starting to affect my health.
This lady may seem like a nut job, but she could be onto something. Growing up the son of an embalmer?
whoa, okay, new Todd fact just dropped. I don't get you, man. Like, what is your purpose? Do you guys understand what I'm saying now about this guy's life seemingly being pre-written? It's like he's always way too ready to pull out something interesting to say. Well, because of this, Todd loves ghosts, and it turns out that there actually was someone who died at the property within the last 3 years. Not only that, but this woman used all of the money that was supposed to go towards her rent to pay for paranormal investigators.
You hired paranormal investigators to come here? When are they coming?
2 days.
Would you mind if we came and accompanied the ghost guys?
So yeah, I guess none of the incriminating evidence matters because now Todd gets to go ghost hunting. They pull back up to the house at 2 in the morning, and you can just tell everyone except for Todd is dreading this.
What's upstairs?
Her bedroom.
What was that?
Sorry, what the fuck are we watching right now? I mean, I want to make it very clear, I'm not complaining. In fact, I'm surprised that this show only survived 2 seasons. The idea of a reality show that consistently loses sight of its actual goal is genuinely a genius idea, and this show executes it so well. The best part of this is the leader of the ghost hunting squad, though. He's like,
Please talk to us. Please. Please communicate with us how you want us to help you. How can we help you? Please tell us. Contact us, please. Just talk to us. How can we help you?
please, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, if you can hear
please
us,
save me.
please. But when that's all said and done, Rick pops out of nowhere to show them the real problem, which is apparently a crack in some bricks outside. I don't know. Getting to the end of this segment, I'm kind of realizing how lazy the storytelling is. The buildup had so much potential. The thing I find crazy about all of this is the fact that she didn't even need to launch a paranormal investigation. She had enough ground to take the landlord to court just based on the fact that he didn't reveal the murder. Come on, guys, storytelling. Well, at this point, it would seem that the goal of World's Worst Tenants is to see how many reality shows they can fit into one. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to attempt to see how many segments I can fit into the video. It's 2 more. Like in season 1, episode 3, where they basically just start off by doing storage wars. They're going to seize this commercial property that hasn't been paid for, and as soon as they pull up, Todd immediately just starts placing value on bullshit.
Man, there's a lot of stuff here. You see those pallets? $10 each.
Then here comes the tenant from downtown. Him and Todd immediately start facing off like one of those cat standoff videos. This guy is astoundingly stupid because he thinks that just because he's the business owner, it also makes him the landlord of the property. So given everything we know about the show, I mean, let's just take a look at how this goes down. There's no use in hypothesizing anymore.
Give me the key, man. I gotta get this guy out of here.
It's over there.
Hey, bro! He's stealing
Here we go again.
Call him!
Todd, don't go after
Here we go again.
Todd. Oh, my God. Auto theft in progress. We need a car out here right away.
You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done.
And here's the funny part. It turns out that he wasn't stealing that truck at all. In fact, he just ran the truck through the fence for no reason. Like I said, the waters here, they're continuously murky. All of a sudden, though, this random guy comes out of nowhere and also starts trying to beat the shit out of the first guy. It's such a goddamn mess, folks. We gotta finish this off with my favorite altercation, though, which starts off pretty normal when they pull up to this tenant's house who is receiving complaints about an unregistered dog on the property. Yeah, that normalcy lasts for about 5 seconds.
Just watch your step, right? Start.
Why don't you turn the light on?
No, we like to keep the lights off.
What the heck does that mean?
Well, I like lights, so I brought my own.
Bro, you better not be taking this into so crap, all
I'm
right?
telling you it's fine. Just...
This is so dumb. Dude, come on, it's fine. I'm not turning the lights on. The situation ignites quicker than any situation I've ever seen on this show. All of a sudden, we're in a dark kitchen surrounded by dog cages. You know, for experienced eviction experts, I feel like these guys very often get themselves into sketchy situations pretty willingly. Well, now we're about to see what happens next, and normally I would say that you're never gonna guess what happens next, but based on everything I've shown you so far, I think you have a pretty solid chance.
What's up with these cages, bro? Where's the dogs?
5 minutes. There's no dogs. I told you there's no dogs.
Look, bro, you got dog cages, there's dog food, there's a dog bed. Randy, back up.
What the hell is that? What the hell is going on?
I mean, sure, man. It's a lycanthrope commune, so they're basically all werewolves. You know, this show, I hate to keep cutting myself off, but it has a really bad habit of dropping something super crazy and then just abandoning it the next second. Because instead of going any further with it, they just tell them to stop shitting in the backyard and they leave. Would it do me any good to continue going over segments from this show? Probably not, but it goes without saying that this may go down as the most ridiculous reality show of all time. And I don't think that's an exaggeration. And the video is over. Aren't you so excited that you got to watch a full feature-length video by me? Because if you enjoyed this video, you should like, comment, subscribe again, ring the bell, like it again, maybe like it again, and I don't know, just interact and be kind. And if I see people in the comments talking about my L-theanine, because I know you guys are talking about it, I'm gonna be pretty upset. That being said, though, that is all that I have for you this time. But until next time, guys, literally just now, I received a text from Todd Howard at bigbulldogs.com. I'm not kidding. Hello, I missed a call from you. My name is Todd Howard from bigbulldogs.com. He even sent me the pricing. Not gonna follow up.